Hello and welcome back to the second blitz portion of this match. The 3+1 play has just started. Hikaru with the white pieces. Kenty, we're not surprised any longer. One knight h3.
Yeah, right. It's just theory at this point. It's just straight up theory. See how he plays it. I mean, d3. Okay, looks like a king's Indian attack, but the knight is on the other side. So this one is definitely strange here. But f3. I mean, just like breaking all the rules here.
And this pawn structure reminds us of something. We saw this just 2 games ago.
Absolutely. 100% e3 played there. Very small center. You play e4. Nice.
And once again, I mean, 8 moves in, the computer hates it. But watch it turn around. I mean, it's been the story of pretty much every game.
I mean, this is ridiculous. This is almost -3 right here. -3. Basically, India's like, you're up a piece. Black is close to being up a piece here. And now it says it is. I mean, but somehow, some way, he gonna find a way out of this.
I mean, this king, right now, I guess queen h4 is some kind of threat.
So knight f2 played. Knight h4 once again. I mean, come on, bro. You can't be doing Fabi like this. Look at this position. Knight h4. I mean, you're taking black in every single game. Every single one.
And he passes.
Oh, he lost his absolute. He has lost it. Where did he go? I mean, yeah, he done lost his mind. It's official. It's official. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, if Hikaru survives this one, okay, h2 is under attack. So what do? You work h1.
He bopping too. Like, this is the... I mean, I am so inspired today. You know what I mean? The guy bopping, you know what I mean? Just living his best life, playing whatever I want to play. Doesn't matter what I play, and just winning. And winning in the match, at least. That is, I mean, unbelievable here. Performance. Very impressive from Hikaru.
Yeah, and... Okay, knight d2 played, and already, I mean, knight e5 looked so natural. Where did it all go? Maybe the engine was being too optimistic about Fabi's position.
No, it was correct. It was just bad. I mean, it's just a bad position. It was just, I mean, he can't play like this, surely. But Hikaru shows us time and time again that you can play exactly like this.
I mean, and suddenly, you know, it's okay. The king is still dodgy here, but engine bar says very close to equality now.
Because of equality, yeah. I mean, I wonder... I really want to know what Fabi's thinking here.
I mean,
baby girl,
I see baby girl, yeah, saying doing this to Fabi, it is amazing.
It's amazing. It is amazing. It's impressive. And it lets you know that, you know, you may ask somebody, oh, what do you think of this opening? Play it. You see, Hikaru, like this day and time, like you can play whatever you want, guys. I love the England game. Play it all the time.
The engine bar says Hikaru is almost winning. All of a sudden.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I can see why maybe e5, king g, I mean f1, you just get out the way like that. Oh my goodness, e5 might be a threat. Queen e6, e5 might be something. Takes, queen f3, rook e1's coming. So you went queen, but e5 anyway. Okay, all right, that's nice. Completely winning somehow. Takes. Oh, just queen e1. Oh my goodness, bro. I'm pissed. If I'm Fabi, bro, I'm telling you. I am done for.
Disgusting.
Oh my goodness. Queen e1, you just lose a piece to this stupid opening. This is where you might punch your screen. You gotta like come back down and breathe, because what you want to do, there's people watching. You know what I mean? Like,
I almost feel tilted on Fabi's behalf, you know?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Your hand going through the screen, or like you about to break a mouse or two or mice, you know, something's gonna happen, right? So you have to calm
even
down.
I, like, what am I, 21, 2200, I feel disrespected if someone plays something like that against me. Imagine
you almost
being the world number 2 and you're like...
Yeah, you almost rooting for
Not only do I have to deal with this bollocks, but I also get beaten, you know?
You know what? I'm inspired. We're gonna play this tonight. Tonight, I'm just gonna play whatever. On stream tonight, when we stream, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm just gonna be random moves. Why not? It works for Hikaru. We'll see how it happens. We'll see what happens.
Keep us posted.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get back to you on what happens. But at the same time, I mean, you're just inspired. You're like, well, if he can do this, You know, maybe I can. Now, obviously, you have to like take it.
I wish it worked for all of us, but that's not quite how it is to disrespect speed.
I'm trying this. I'm trying this today. Like I'm gonna be playing this random stuff. It's so nice to see it done when it happens. Now, how do we finish? Queen F2, Queen G3, Queen H4. Queen G3 is nice.
Okay, I mean, knight d5 makes sense. Trying to come in here.
93, obviously. 93 is what he wants. He also wants to take at some point. Knight C4 is good. Queen C6. Fabi playing fast here. You could go Queen F3. Take 93. Takes, yeah, okay. There's no tricks there, unfortunately.
Fabi also has no time. King F1.
14 seconds.
Okay, and I guess he has to just take that pawn, see what happens.
Get a few pawns, right? Get a few pawns. Rook B1 might be a move. Rook B1. At least the knight can't coordinate after Rook B5. Queen check. King F2, 93. Everything's defended. On the back right.
B1. I like how Fabi's just like, okay, I'm just gonna take all your pawns. Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
oh no, I thought the rook was defended. Okay.
It almost works though.
It's all happening so fast at this point. What is this?
Takes, knight d6, knight d4.
I can't follow anything anymore.
Takes, knight f6 doesn't work yet. It almost works. Rook f1 out the way. 7 seconds for Fabi. Nothing yet. Rook g2 might be a move. Rook g2 could be setting up some knight f6 tricks. Rook to c2. Take.
This is not so clear any longer.
Yes, actually not. You are correct.
I mean, it's now 3 pawns for a piece.
He's also playing his clock, which is understandable. He's really playing his clock. You can go king h3, rook d3, rook g3 here. Knight g4 first. That's kind of annoying. h5, rook h8. Oh, h6 anyway. Nice. King something. There it is. King something again? No.
What is this position? Hey, Hikaru has no more pawns.
He got no
That's
pawns.
the level of my commentary at this point. Pawns are
Game over, knight g4 check.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh. Oh, you gotta feel. Let me just show it very quickly. It happened so fast. Rook e4 was a losing blunder because Hikaru can just take. And here is the fork. Oh my goodness. Hikaru takes a 2-point lead again. This is insane. And what do we have? E3.
No, here I would be a little annoyed if I'm okay. So Hikaru actually played a really legit opening here, which is now I'm a little scared if I'm Fabi, like for real, because I mean I'm losing to the regular ones. Now he playing something more mainstream. This could be problematic already. I'm already slightly tilted, right, as I'm Fabi here. So this is an opening he plays a lot in Title Tuesday, for fact. So. Hippo, yeah, correct, Sam. Hippo.
I mean, Fabi opening with 1 e3. Do you think that's another sign of tilt?
Oh, 100%. But he don't play none of these openings. E3? No. When he wants to play Title Tuesday and try to get $1,000 for first place, you know, he's not playing these openings at all. But Hikaru brings that out of you because everything you prepped is out of the window every single game. So he's like, man, whatever. We just about to get some positions. Yes, it is what it is. So E3, we're just about to get some positions to see what happens.
We are going to fix the score on the screen in a sec. Is it 6.5, 2.5? I thought it was a 2-point lead. Is it already 3 points?
I think it's more too as well. For some reason, I thought it was more. It was more. Let me actually pull up. I'm going to pull up the other stream too. Pull up ChessCom, see what they looking like over there. See what they have. The lead is, it's a 2-point lead.
2 points, yeah. 5.5, 3.5. Okay, yeah. So that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing. You know, if you're Fabi, 2-point deficit, it's not the end of the world. But you know that in 50 minutes from now, you'll play Hikaru at Bullet.
Oh, man, I forgot about that.
So you have 50 minutes now.
That hurts.
He needs to do something in those next 50 minutes if he wants this match to be close.
And you're like, yo, all right, cool. I made it through. And now you got Hikaru and Bullet. You're like, oh, shoot. Dang, man, we should have. Did we get more enough games? We need more games in the blitz. Let's do more blitz. Like when you lose every game, like, man, bullet's not real, bro. It's not a real game. It's not real, bro. Stop making excuses. It's understandable. Like everyone goes through this when you're placing Hikaru. Besides Magnus, Magnus dubbed him right with the what did he say? Get Magnus, where he said Hikaru's just a beast. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Hikaru's just a beast.
And what do you make of this position? Like, I'm
like
surprised.
Black.
Yeah, I like Black as well. I guess we're both attacking players. Somehow
100%.
it felt like something.
100%. Oh yeah. Speaking of attacking, I saw your Dutch game today. I was studying. I was just looking at some files. Saw your Dutch game against Irina Crush, actually.
Oh, that wasn't a good game.
Well, but she was supposed to play some certain moves. You actually had a winning position after, like, instead of bishop b4 check, you go bishop b7, c5, or something like that.
Candy, if you think I can remember the position, you overestimate me.
I was checking, though. I was looking at some files today, but yeah.
I don't even remember that. Maybe I was a bit better. Was I winning? Who knows?
Yeah, it was winning at some point. It was winning at some point.
What about this?
This?
The queen went back all the way home. If I'm Black, I would love to get my queen here, but how do I do it? Can't do it right now.
I think that was right. But I mean, okay, you know, my bishop on b7 is gross. Oh, he's about to probably castle queenside and go rook g8. We need to get all the pieces in the game now. Everything. Queen f6, I like. Castle queenside, bring the rook over to g8 and hope for the best.
And Fabiano trying to keep his king safe. G3, of course, could be a weakness, but it's also doing a great job just controlling the scope of that knight for now.
Good defense from Fabi, actually. I'm gonna lie. G3 to King G2, Rook H1 ideas. Like, how am I getting in there? That was really sick from Fabi. Very nice find. Very good defensive effort from Fabi. Castle queenside played.
And now what?
Bishop active.
The
I don't know.
how do you continue?
Like white feels much better here. It just, I don't have the attack I'm looking for with Black. The pieces do not feel. Wait, King F1 though. That gives me some hope somehow. Oh, Queen B2, did you just hang that?
Just snapping that pawn off the board. I didn't even see that pawn.
Like me either. Like, I mean, like that was not
but
a pawn
then
you're
that
thinking.
move made even more sense because I was wondering about b4 and just getting an attack. But if you both get an attack and you save the pawn, okay, let's see.
That's even better, right? Bishop b2.
Does Fabi have? Engine did not look like rook g8, but I'm again not sure why.
Out the way. Yeah, Queen a2. I think the queen was trapped after rook a1. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Okay, now Queen a3. Both players under a minute.
Oh, well, then we good. Under a minute. That's like Hikaru's always fine usually under a minute. F5 is a really nice
difference
move
actually from 5+1 to 3+1. It doesn't, as an outsider, it doesn't feel like much, but I feel for the players a big difference.
Sometimes I forget. Yeah, it is 3-1. It is 3-1. That 2 minute, you don't have the extra 2 minutes to think anymore. You have to make that adjustment really fast into thinking much faster. Rook f8, f5 is coming. Engine hates this move. It's understandable, but f5 just seems very nice. I like the counterplay for Black. Rook b1 with the idea of what? Maybe rook b3, queen a4 out the way. Wow, terrible move, in fact, apparently, but I don't know why. Rook b4 maybe?
Rook b4
it's not that clear. It's not that clear why it's such a bad move.
No.
Oh, the engine like calibrates.
Calming down.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, all right, yeah, you're right. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Queen a4 out of the way. F5 is on the cards. Whoa, what just happened? So he took on e6, he took on e4, and that was terrible. Apparently, takes on b6, takes on d6. Yep.
They found bishop b6. Knight's found by Fabi.
And
if he can hold his nerve, okay, should be winning here. There's still, I mean, this bishop is looking down here.
Man, here he coming with the moves. Bishop b6, threatening rook a7, bishop b7 found. I might be able to sack this. Takes, bishop c6. He didn't go for it. No checks on the back rank. 3 seconds for Fabi. Takes, check. We holding this one. We holding, Chad. Hold it down, clown.
How did he do? How did Hikaru do this again?
It was exactly right. Half man,
How?
half something else, right? The other half comes out.
Unbelievable. I don't even know what happened. Let me just Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna go back, but I'm in shock. Okay, Fabi's pawns are still a bit more advanced, but will they just make a draw here? What's going on? Still Hikaru, the one who has to
fine with
be
a draw
careful.
here, but like Hikaru is, you know what's funny? The annoying part is Hikaru is playing for a win. Hikaru is playing for a win. 100%. There's no doubt about it. Hikaru is playing for a win. So that's
I think
what
the
makes
most tilting thing that can happen here for Fabi is that he loses on time. Okay, now it's just easy.
Should be a draw.
No. Hikaru shaving that time off the clock, of the timer. And here we see that match strategy that we were on about. Hikaru looking to shave as much time off the clock as possible. That's why he's not taking the pawn immediately. As soon as he takes, the game will be declared a draw. There we go. And well, what a game. What a game that was. And we continue, Canty, with the knight h3.
Man, I mean, you know what? And for the first time ever in Fabi's life, he's going to be so prepped on this opening. Knight h3, g3. Anybody play it after this, you're going to get crushed. Like,
I'm sure he had a look at it. I'm sure he had a look at it during the break.
Knight h3.
So it's crazy that Hikaru still gets away with playing it, actually.
Yeah, that's true. Still gets away with it. Because he probably did look this up. Like, I wouldn't even feel correct. I wouldn't even feel right if I had to go to the engine and just start playing around to figure out what they do against this opening. I would feel wrong about that, but it probably would help you to actually just find some moves here.
But he's sticking to the same strategy of pushing the H-pawn.
Yeah, he does. That, and it creates some space. But it's again an umbrella pawn that we actually are able to use as a defensive mechanism for white. F4, I do like this push. Looks English-like. Very aggressive here. Very aggressive. But black is actually fine and even better.
I'm surprised that Fabi castled so quickly kingside. I liked the lines he had played earlier. More attacking lines, trying to castle queenside.
Man, I'm a fan as well. Knight f2, defending the pawn on g4 and d3.
Hikaru's just doing fine again. I mean, not more than fine. Hikaru is in the driver's seat.
He's about to play d4, d5. What he has here is this very strong pawn in the center. You can play d4, you move the knight, I play d5, and I have myself a pass pawn already in the center of the board.
And what a pass pawn it is, supported by the power. I mean, the white's bishop pair is so much nicer than black's there on the back rank.
Very strong. Now queen c2 might be just GG. Queen c2, bishop e4, maybe something like that. There's some problems. Okay, maybe not GG, but engine went up obviously here. I felt the same here. As soon as c5 happened, first off, it just limits the bishop scope on f8. Secondly, the light squares are extremely weak. So when moves like queen c2, exactly, queen d3, bishop e4, they highlight how weak the squares are. Then you see in the corner of your eye, Hikaru bopping his head. So you already know, through body language that he feels great about the position. Takes, queen g6 with an idea of bishop e4. And we're looking good here.
Yeah, I mean, what a nightmare for Fabi this is. Computer suggesting either queen d6 or queen f6, but
100%.
Trading queens is so sad, especially on f6.
Stuckfish, what's up, man? I see you in the chat. Hello. What's going on? Metallic. Oh.
Calculus saying, I can see in Fabi's face he feels disrespected. On the other hand, as James has pointed out, Hikaru has done this against absolutely everyone but Magnus.
Yeah,
so it's not a
somebody in the chat said he did Magnus too. I was like, really? I didn't even know this. But, yeah, it's interesting.
And look at those pawns.
Gross.
They're just sad.
They are gross. Knight d3 can threaten to capture it. My king is placed better. A lot of times, even in a pawn or two down in game, sometimes the king placement is all you need. In fact, being more active than black's king. So rook d e2 now. Okay, knight to d3 is only a matter of time before knight d3 or like bishop exactly f5 happens.
I mean, this is awful.
And then we have a clinical in game.
Yeah.
Clinical, especially if you trade the bishop.
Pawn will drop off soon.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Clinical. The bishop has to drop back now. Where does it go?
You might go e5, but yeah, e5 does allow c5 to be taken, which is why you mentioned it backwards, and that's where
I guess king f3 and pick up the pawn.
100%. King f3 looks great.
I wonder if Hikaru is looking for something more. Seems to be calculating.
Yeah, so it's Fabi big man. I mean, you have to think about it from this standpoint. Like, you know, I wouldn't be as mad because he does play it against everyone. If he was just doing that to me, then I would be kind of super tilted. But then I realized, okay, he's doing this to everyone. It makes you feel a little bit better about the situation there. But dang, bro, like, I mean, we can't get no real openings? Like, nothing. You know what I mean? We got like some Carol Cons by transposition. That was it. That was it.
And look at this passed pawn here. Fabi's trying to hold on. Actually, how do we convert? Looks so good.
Because this is hanging. It's hanging. My knight's hanging. So we go something. Maybe p4. No, that hangs the pawn. Takes. He takes everything. I have to move the knight. Knight a6 or something. Whoa, bishop d5. And he was
the knight wasn't hanging, right? Because of the pawn.
So
unbelievable technique D5. By Hikaru.
Instant resi. Instant. What's the score now? That's like 6.5?
7-4.
7-4, okay.
And we've moved away from the Caro, but back to 1a6.
This tends to be.
And when I say Caro, I mean the 1h6 Caro, not your normal Caro.
Not the neuro Caro normal, guys. e4, c6, e4, h6, c6, d5. That is the new meta, guys. That's the new meta. e4, h6, d4, c6. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And okay, this looks... What does this look like?
This looks like an old Indian. I mean, but it's kind of King's Indian-ish because the bishop should be on g7 in these lines. You can see knight g4, f5 coming a lot. You know, Hikaru is a very ferocious King's Indian player, one of the best ever that we've seen was that Gelfand game. You know, his queen was hanging for like 3 games in a row. 3 moves in a row, in fact. But this is like different because the bishop is on e7. So it's more passive. Even, I mean, right now it says white, what is it, +1? Like it's not even doing anything. It's like +1. But it's just ugly. The position is just worse because that bishop is so nasty on e7. More of a normal opening, though. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it looks a lot more standard. As you say, this bishop isn't great, but the bishop is a great defending piece. And Hikaru striking in the center. Computer does not like it. But
how many times have we said that today? About
but position? This one is really a computer line again. Like it's
what they got?
Because of knight a7.
Yo, what? Wow. Oh my goodness, that's such a nasty move. Jeez. That is nasty. You just lose material. You just literally lose material. There's nothing else about it.
Yeah.
You just lose material. There's no way around.
Fabi, I think the problem, you just trust Hikaru, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
In a lot of, because I think Fabi has missed a lot of opportunity. I mean, I'm stating it, but some of them, I think if he were given them as puzzles, you know, he'd solve them in half a second.
Right. The respect comes into play.
Yeah, now...
Hikaru's shaking his head. I think he realized, man, did he just have knight a7? Oh, I'm a moron, chat. I'm just a moron. Oh my goodness. Yeah, knight a7. Yeah, but he's good now. He's good.
It's more than good. Suddenly he's got this pressure along the D file and along the B file. Wait, he's also got an extra exchange. When did that happen?
Rook c6. He like sacked it. Yeah, he sacked it a few moves ago. Or it's like nobody really paid attention to it. It was just a casual thing. Rook takes c6. Yeah, he's
In the position where he had knight a7, right?
right. Play rook c6.
Do you feel white has compensation?
No. In fact, usually I'm looking for the comp and I don't see it unless we get d6 in comfortably. D6, I can just take it. I'm pretty sure because there's also bishop g6 in some ideas, but if I'm not getting d6 in, I don't feel the comp. Queen h6 is going to be answered with bishop f8 immediately. I don't feel the comp.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Okay, he's trying to put pressure now on the e pawn.
Bishop b4, okay. Attack the rook. Rook moves. Rook f6. Wow, very nice, strong move. Bishop c5 is quite annoying here. And it can be played right now.
Yeah. Bishop c5, and then where does
Queen goes back to e2 or something. He went king g7, just tuck and roll everything.
Can we not use them? I can't use the d pawn right now. Such a tough position for Fabi to play. Computer says it's roughly in the balance, but I feel practically speaking, being white here, very, very tough.
Always tough. Especially when you're looking at the engineer, like they just come up with stuff that you never don't even consider. Ooh, there's something. What is it? Let's find it. E4? Nope. It's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. E4 and bishop f2. Oh my goodness. E4, queen takes e4, bishop f2.
Wow.
And then rook takes queen g3. Oh my goodness. A little ring around a rosy there. Actually, after queen g3, king f1, queen g1. You can also just take on f3, but I think queen g1 might be losing, actually. So
yeah, let's maybe just take
the bishop, yep.
And then checkmate. But Hikaru missed it.
What do you play?
Misses e4, plays bishop b6.
Oh, wow.
That's a big missed opportunity.
That is a big miss. But he's playing, a lot of times, I mean, when I see him miss these type of things too, I look at the time instantly and I notice, oh, his opponent is low on time. He's trying to, he's just making good moves and I'm about to flag you. And then I'll make some better moves later. But right now, you're low on time. You have to move instantly. Says Hikaru.
Yeah, he'll win this anyway. I mean, to defend this, white is still down in exchange. White's down to 23 seconds. Very, very tough.
Hikaru using some time here. Queen c5 seems sufficient. I don't see a way to create some real problems yet.
Spending some time. Maybe it's not as easy as I thought. You still have to watch out for this pawn, right? You don't want it to get too much in your face.
That is true. Queen f5. Keeping an eye on the pawn on the d7 square at least. Yeah, that's exactly what you mentioned to that pawn. But e4 anyway, there it is. Yeah. E4, he can hit the button. I'm about to gobble up some pawns. Wait, knight takes d4, pawn takes, knight takes f. Yeah, knight takes d4, takes queen d5, and you just chill. And you can't even get out the pin. Look at that. Queen d5. How do you get out of this pin? Besides, I mean, I don't even know.
You'll never get out of it.
I don't even know. How do you get out of it, right? That's a sick pin. Maybe rook f5 with the idea of playing f6, g5 at some point. You have to play g5 at some point. King out the way. Now you can get out the pin, though.
Yeah, I'm shocked Fabi didn't get out of the pin.
Yeah, you could have got out of it. f6 is going to blunder a draw. Queen a8. Queen b7, king g8, just shuffling, making some moves.
Not so easy to convert, maybe. Or is it? Oh, no, it is.
Yes.
It is.
Oh, Fabi, relax. Hey, man. Hey, this is not that kind of party, brother. It's not that kind of party, my guy. Whoa. That's the whole thing.
And that's a 4-point lead right there. Still half an hour to go. I mean, this is becoming really, really one-sided. I don't know. Do you feel Fabi can make a comeback?
No.
I mean, not a comeback to win the match, but to even make the score closer.
Well, no. And the reason why I say that is because of, there's like two things. There's the psych part of like, bro, you just playing anything. And like, you get really bummed out about that. because he really is just playing random stuff. Like, I mean, Fabi has a winning position every single game out the opening, but he can't convert. He can't convert, and it is frustrating. It's very frustrating. That's going to settle in as the time gets lower. We got 30 minutes, and we're going into the bullet portion, where that really is going to be scary. You know, I mean, him being one of the best bullet planet players on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really tough situation I think Fabi's in right now. But, you know, I think he's taking it like it's not as bad because, like, this is not, he does this. Hikaru does this frequently to a lot of people. So it's not that bad, but it does suck. 100% sucks.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, I was thinking Fabi has been broken. Maybe broken is too strong a word, but as you were saying, I think psychologically there's just no.
Yeah, the psych part, especially him hanging the queen. Yeah.
When you know the bullet is coming. I mean, if you knew that there was going to be, you know, a 4-game rapid match after this or something, maybe, but to have to play bullet after.
100%.
Okay, what's happening here? We have a white bishop pair, but we also have this H file for black.
Ooh, but King G2, it's not winning? Bro, look at this thing. How is this not crushing right now? We have F4, maybe Rook 8. Rook A to E. I mean, I guess it's not losing. Rook A to E is apparently very strong, which I did see this. F6 and F4 and something like that. Somehow Fabi's still in the game. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe Queen G5 check or something, but it's interesting.
How do you save this? And the eval bar was jumping up and down and all around there. Some of these games would need a bit more analysis, but what is this? Rook E1? Okay,
Knight G6, I was just going to move the queen away.
Knight G6, queen.
F5.
Oops, not there.
Oh, Knight H4. Oh my goodness. Oof, you can't go there either. Yeah, I was just looking at the knight checks. Yeah. Queen G4? I don't know. This is something.
Actually, Fabi's gone with you, the move you suggested originally.
Queen G5, okay. King H1. Or Bishop G4. If King H1, he is going to take on H3. Do we allow that is the question. F4? Queen G4. Yeah, I guess we can, but like it's not that great.
Yeah, because I feel once the king gets to castle, so Hikaru goes for Bishop G4, which computer did not. I don't understand anything about this game. And F6. None of the moves in this game are approved by the computer, basically.
Yeah.
And now we're back in a roughly even position. I have no idea. Can't see what's going on at all.
It says even. Yeah, okay. We can turn the eval bar off. You've lost your mind. You think this one even. But this is it's dynamic. Dynamically equal is what the book says. Dynamically equal. Bro, stop. Like just that's not even a word. Okay. Bishop F5. I like F4 too as well. I thought F4 was a move, but we have to trade everything down here. Which is happening now.
Okay, but
it's happening now. And okay, Bishop E7. I mean, equal, like draw, another draw here. You just trade literally everything down, everything. Takes. We now juicer, right? Right triangle, all the stuff he was saying. Rook F2, like, and take on H2, and then that's it. Yeah. You have a draw. You gotta be careful. Wait a second. If Rook F8, let's just show this, like bring the other rook over, it's mate in 2.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
That's so pretty, right? That's cute.
And that's very pretty.
For that, but that's a nice mate.
What's happening? I think this is all happening. Everything is being traded. So careful now if you're Fabi. Imagine.
Even the other rook will be mate. Any rook to F8 is mate. The other rook is mate in 2 as well. Like that's so funny.
If he allows mate here, I think he might just be out of here.
Like, can I resign the match? Or you might
There's
see the
only
camera go out.
so much a man can take.
Yeah, that's funny. And this is just a clean draw. Rook check, Rook H2 takes. I'm like, shuffle the rook, and
actually, you know what? The computer says white can. Yeah, this is such a clear.
Man, Hikaru going for the win. That is sick. What a line. Now your pawns are worse than mine. That's so nice.
I think he's just gonna win it somehow. Like seeing how this match is going. But now
Okay, this
this
is all.
song.
Can't mess this up. Really. You can.
Is it so easy?
It's possible to mess this up for sure, but the books say right, it should be draw. Practically, Devereski pays 192. You know, it should be a draw, but playing practically, things are different.
Yeah. Okay, Hikaru's gonna go and hide the king on a4.
Yeah.
But also, we saw already that Hikaru was very happy to shave some time off that blitz clock. So in this spot, he can shave a lot of time off because he still has 1 minute on the clock. At some point, he's gonna bring his king back to b3. He'll push the a pawn.
Wow, yeah.
He's going to milk everything out of this game.
Right.
Mark my words, at least this game is gonna go... Oh, but c5 is clever, actually. Still, it will go at least another 4 minutes, I'd say. So we're now at 23. By the time this finishes, I think we'll be under the 20-minute mark.
I like this too as well. This is very instructive chat. This is called the Philidor position. You can find this in Jeremy Suman's in-game course, also in Devereski's in-game manual, page 300. But this is actually the Philidor position, 100% a draw. As Fabi is doing, you keep it on the 6th rank, and as soon as the pawn is pushed, you go to the 1st rank there. He's gonna
and the last pawn trade actually happened on move 56.
Okay.
So Hikaru is gonna play right up to move 105 or something, and then he'll push the pawn. And then we'll go round and round again for another 50 moves.
Yeah. Milking the clock here.
I don't think he's gonna push the b pawn yet. That's my prediction. He's gonna go king a4 or something. Yeah. Just wait to milk the maximum moves out of that pawn.
Oh man. Yeah, he's just trying to milk the clock here, guys. This is a theoretically drawn game. Fabiano is just waiting for the pawn to push. And then he'll go to the back rank.
Soon it will be pushed because we're getting close. Here it comes. Here comes the p-pawn. And I think Hikaru is very aware of
I think he's scrolling too as well. He might be like scrolling to go look up. Because you know you have it on the side where you can like look at the moves. Oh, let me scroll up. Oh, yeah. Okay, here it is. Let's move 50, 53. All right, bet. You know, and then count it up real quick. He's running out of time. Yeah,
he's gonna go b5. No doubt about it in my mind. And
milk the clock some more.
Yep. And now another 50 moves. I think this game is gonna be over 200 moves actually.
Oh, it's gonna be easily over that. Easily, guys. Well, yeah, what is this? 112? 112, guys. Fabi getting annoyed. Look at Fabi. Yeah, of course he's annoyed. Of course. I mean, yeah, like first off, you got paired against Hikaru, already annoyed, number one. Number two, he play all these strange openings, right? Very strange. Number three, like you're winning games, but you can't win the games. This is a very difficult day. Very difficult day.
Oh, but here, I know he couldn't even, what am I saying?
Yeah, takes pawn takes king c8, c7, and resigns. Fabi is fed up. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, Fabi's still one of the greatest ever in the game, right? So, and just facing Hikaru, which is different. He's a different animal. Magnus says he's a beast too as well, talking about Hikaru here. And he bopping and just, you know, I would have my zoom camera off so I wouldn't, or at least not, I don't even want to see him. I don't want to see Hikaru, you know, bopping and beating me every game.
I thought my prediction was going to be close, but I think it's not even going to be close. They're now, what, 45 seconds away from the 20-minute mark.
That's crazy. How long was this game? Where did we start the clock at this game? I'm just curious. I mean, this was a long game.
This was a very long game. I mean,
this might be the longest game.
How many games of 3+1 have we seen? 3?
That's a good question.
2. Maybe this is only, I think this is only the 3rd game. No, that can't be. No. It's the 4th game, probably. Feels like 10+ minutes, says Glass Godzilla. Yeah, I think so too, easily.
Yeah, Feels like 10 plus, exactly.
Wait, when does this B pawn need to be pushed again? It was pushed on move. Somehow it keeps scrolling back.
Yeah, 169, bro. 170 moves. Man, I'm about to just resign, bro. Like, hey, you know what, bro? You can have this game. I don't even care anymore. This is ridiculous.
And the pawn will probably go to B7 at some point. Somehow I can't. Oh, it was a move 152.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like.
So we still have. We
Let's
still
move
have some
152.
time.
Okay.
Fabi looks so done. Meanwhile, Hikaru has the biggest water glass I've ever seen in my life. It's not even a pint. It's like a 1 liter glass or something.
Liter. Yeah, that's good. Bro, when is the last move? Dang, hold on.
152.
Jeez. So we really, you know, I kind of just brushed that off. I'm like, oh yeah, 152. Like you say that every day, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna move 152. And then you got 50 more moves, guys. We're going over 200.
So
we can talk
Hikaru has 12 more. In 10 moves, he's gonna push B7.
And look,
but once he goes B7, he might even play. No, do you think he's gonna play out Rook v Rook as well?
Oh yeah, he definitely. I'll play it out too. I will play it out. If he gonna milk the clock like this, you might as well milk the whole thing. We can probably have conversations with the chat now. What y'all eat today, man? Chat, what you have? How was your diet today? Are you hitting the gym? If not, it's totally fine. You know what's going on. Oh,
Fabi found a nice move here.
Finally.
Nice trick. And Hikaru acknowledged, you know, that Fabi got him there in the end. Like, he wanted to milk more time off the clock. But Rook G6 is a very nice find. If Hikaru moves the king, the rook would be hanging, and if it takes, it's a stalemate.
100%. And you cannot move away, and he takes it. There it is. Meatballs and pasta. Okay, we got to
feel 18 minutes, Canty.
That was an 18-minute game? 18 minutes?
No, not the game. 18 minutes are left. So when we checked, when I made the prediction, they were at the 24-minute mark.
Wow.
I think they have a break now, actually. Yeah, looks like it's break time. What an insane... I mean, I think that game probably lasted 12 minutes-ish or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, guys, this is it. How much? I think 18 minutes remain in the 3+1 portion. We'll see that after a quick break. And then after that, we'll have half an hour of 1+1 bullets. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon, but Hikaru has the match firmly under control. We'll see you on the other side of this. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the quarterfinals of the Speed Chess Championship. This is it, the final portion of today. Only the bullet remains, and James, it's been a really impressive display by Hikaru as a 4-point lead with the openings he's played. Maybe you can fill in the viewers who might just be tuning in now.
Yeah, Hikaru just playing whatever he want to play. Doesn't matter. Doesn't care how to do it. He's just playing what he wants to play. Fabi, on the other hand, has probably prepped on so many things, not getting any of that prep, and he also is frustrated because he's winning in games, but he's not able to convert. And this is the story of today, 100%. Hikaru is just continuing to dominate.
It's not bullet time. I wrote it's bullet time. It's actually the end of the 3+1.
And the 3-1, correct. Bullet is coming up. It's coming up, Fiona, 100%. Yes, it's coming up.
I only noticed when I saw Jaren took my cue to change it to bullet time, so I like that he believed me.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. This is the end of the 3+1. 18 minutes to go. We saw actually that last game just before the break shave off all that time off the clock. So 18 minutes remain. And Hikaru continues with the strategy he employed before, playing all this. I don't know. Would you say offbeat or would you just say bad openings?
No, this one now, what he's played is actually something that, okay, E4, A6 has been actually played by Tony Miles himself, Anthony Miles, who famously beat Karpov in the game, right? And this can transpose to many Frenches or, you know, the E6, B6, B5 systems of the French, or also a, what is that thing called? Modern defense, in fact. So This is more modern, and it actually does look pretty nice. For black here, I have this nice pawn structure on the queen side. The queens are off the board. E5 is sort of a weakness in a way, and we can play knight c6, and maybe he plays h6, stopping anything going to g5. Knight c6 is going to be played at some point, but we got to watch out for knight e4. So small subtleties he has to watch out for because the d6 square is weak.
But once again, I mean, you know, we look at the evil bar on the side, it's roughly in the middle. You know, it doesn't get any disadvantage out of this opening, at least. I almost feel Hikaru has fared better when he was at a big disadvantage. I feel he's turned those around, and those that we even, you know, have often ended in draws. We'll see how this one goes, but I like what Hikaru is doing, bringing all his pieces to the queen side, and I guess very soon those pawns will be pushed on the queen side, or what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. We have to figure out the right configuration. The problem with knight c6, if you were wondering, is knight e4. He was deterred by that. He doesn't like knight e4 that attacks the bishop and the d6 weak square there. So you can't develop the knight yet. He still hasn't done it. He's probably going to put the b8 knight on d7 now. And then now we can even push b4, which is a huge threat, in fact, because knight a4 was the parry to b4. Now we can play b4 without worrying about knight a4. So we have a really strong move here now. b4 might be really nice, and then figure out what to do with the other
knight has to go back, right?
Only move. He was knight d5 instead, though.
Okay, also a decent move. I'm surprised he didn't go for b4. We see a trade in the center.
Take knight c6. Bishop b7. Wow, that's an interesting move. I was not considering that at all.
Yeah, holding on to the bishop there.
Check. Oof, man, tricky stuff, Fabi. Knight f5 was very nice.
So knight b6. If I'm white, yeah, maybe it's too. Maybe I don't know. Maybe king f2 makes sense just to overprotect this bishop. I'm a bit worried about what's going on along that diagonal.
Yeah, definitely. King f2 looks like to consolidate a little bit. Feels pretty good. If king f2, I may have a g5 myself, weirdly enough. Some crazy ideas here. Let's try to open things up. Knight a4 from black is quite annoying.
Yeah, true.
Under a minute for Fabi. Makes a move.
What do you think Fabi did during his break? If you were in his shoes, what would you do?
I would walk away from the screen so nobody can see me, then I start punching the air real hard. And then I would like, all right, man, let me breathe real quick. Let me breathe. And then I would come back and just be like, all right, it is what it is. You know, it's Fabiano. I mean, it's Hikaru. And then I would feel better. You know, I would feel a little bit better. Maybe grab a snack. You know, maybe take a shot of alcohol.
Would you really feel better, though?
No, you probably wouldn't feel that much better. But you do, you know, you need to go let some steam out.
6 minutes of swearing.
6 minutes of swearing. Yeah, me too, man. Exactly. You know?
Yeah, I love Hikaru's position again. I mean, that bishop is super nice, looking down at c2. The knight's putting that pressure. All of the white pieces, I feel they're quite restricted. It's not so clear to me what is white's plan. White is looking to exchange some pieces, which makes sense.
Maybe bishop d. Well, no, you could do bishop f, I guess. Whatever. It's really up to you here. He goes bishop d4. I thought this was nice to sort of give an imbalance. Knight versus bishop is what we wanted. Some type of imbalance. This is where you can play for many chances when you create an imbalance. So we have the imbalance of the knight versus the bishop. And we're going to try to convert. Double the rooks, bring the knight back around to c5. All played. Rook d3 is a little bit too much, but it is possible. Not going to do it. a5 looks good.
And what do we do?
Push. Oh, shoot.
Oh, rook a1 counter-attacking the pawn on a5.
Oh, that's a good move, boy. He'd be finding all kind of stuff. Man, that's a good move. That is a great move. That is great. We have to, yeah, exactly. Take and maybe knight d3. Just whatever, bro. Like, whatever. That's a very, very good sequence of moves from Fabi.
Knight d3. Do we want to take that knight? If knight d3 or not? Okay, anyway, Hikaru doesn't go for it.
He wanted to keep the knight.
Now we get an imbalance again with the passed C pawn for black, the passed P pawn for white. And that bishop finally getting some life.
Some
but
activity.
we'll have to take care of the C pawn. So the rook replaces the bishop on C2 in order to block that pawn.
Oh, I guess we don't have to take it. Well, I mean, it would be a trade. Yeah, you probably should take it, right?
Actually,
okay.
according to the engine, you have to take it even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh.
Ooh, rook takes C3.
Oh my goodness, rook C3 miss.
It's a natural move. How he just didn't take the pawn? I don't know what he was doing. I mean, well, okay, he's tilted. You know, like it is what it is. I'm getting beat.
Okay, but also black cannot actually defend the pawn. Oh wait, no. If the knight
just moved the knight, right? Yeah, knight b6.
You just moved the knight.
But then, okay, bishop. Oh.
Both players, no time on the clock.
No time, yeah.
I think this one will be hard for Hikaru to defend, but let's see. King here. Pawn drops. But wait, is that not? No, that's. If I'm Fabi, I'm having flashbacks to that other fork I felt for.
You gotta watch out for these forks. Check. He's debating taking. He says no. Knight takes a6, and we're good. Knight c5, and we live. Beautiful. Knight check. Knight. Ooh, wait, that's a good move. Okay, yep. Rook d4.
Not
get around.
Over yet. Yeah.
No tricks. Nothing.
Rook g6, maybe. Where's that king running? Oh my goodness. Oh
man, that's a good move. Okay. Should have a draw.
Will we see the same thing as in the previous game? Another 200 move game.
And now he like, no, it's my turn.
Okay, actually, Fabi is trying to win this. I mean, suddenly he has this H-pawn passer. And you know what? After F5, the computer was saying that G5 was actually winning for white.
You know, hey.
Wow.
Wow. Well, yeah, 7 seconds here, but dang.
This was agreed a draw real fast. Unbelievable. And the next game has started already.
Man, you know what? I feel like I know the theory now about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've seen it every game. And I feel like I can play this now. I'm curious now. We're going to play this today.
I mean, didn't Hikaru in the first white game, he didn't play knight h3, and then I think he played knight h3 in the next one, and he never looked back, no?
Yeah, he never looked back. He's like, well, if you're not beating it, I'm going to keep playing it. I guess that's his logic. Until you beat me, you're gonna get the same thing every game.
I wonder what the score is here, actually, in the white games for Hikaru after knight h3 on move 1.
I was actually thinking about the score, not period, but like, how many games did he lose? Did Hikaru actually lose? So I was actually thinking
remember
about
2. I think he might have lost 2.
So it's 2 L's, the rest draws. And of course, wins for Hikaru.
Maybe a third that I don't remember, but 2 that I remember.
Okay.
Anyway, the king is out.
Delay ball cloud chat. Look at that. That's content.
Getting in those steps.
Clap it up. You know what I mean? That's content. That's for you, chat. He did that for you. You know what I mean? You
and how
play
is
an
it
important
not
part.
so bad? I don't understand. How can this be okay for it?
Well, the problem here is that, you know, you have to open up the center. And for this king to be bad, it needs to be some open files and stuff. And there are none of those. So the king actually is nicely placed behind the pawns. And we're going to try to do some stuff maybe on the king side. That's where the pawn structure points. They say you should play on that side. That your pawn structure points too. So he could go the other route though, a4, a5, and all this stuff.
Yeah, apparently it's fine to play with the king here for now. So what's black trying to do? I guess black's trying to take the g file. Yeah, there he goes, rook g8.
Yeah, and he's playing on the correct side, which I think black, believe it or not, based off the pawn structure, black's pawn structure does point towards the queen side, but it's hard to even make anything happen over there with all your pieces are literally kind of king side. In fact, yeah, there we go, knight b4, some threats over there. Queen c5, I mean, you just start hitting on the side of the board you're stronger on. That's going to have to be responded with knight e1, I think. Believe it or not.
Yeah, queen c5 is on the board. Knight e1 looks like the only move to defend.
You had knight c4, b5, a3, and it's like wilder.
Oh god, yeah.
Knight c2, king c2, b c4. It's too much. You just take on c2 first, or d3, something crazy, and then you take the pawn on. I mean the knight. It's like ridiculous.
You mean now you take on c2?
Yeah, take on c2. Yeah, king takes and then pawn takes.
Apparently, king takes loses. So apparently, you have to play b4 according to the engine. But okay, let's go back to the game because I'm not sure.
That is a lot. Wow. Okay,
And
so 90 went back.
we missed 10 seconds and Hikaru is winning.
10 seconds later, Hikaru was winning. Knight f3, queen g7. a3, you gotta kick this knight. He's doing too much. Maybe c3, believe it or not. c3 seems controversial, but I want to put my king on c2 and castle mine like yours, bro. Like rook d1 and king b1, and we got ourselves a hand castle.
I like c3.
Also a7. Yep, there it is. c3 takes. Do I take on a7 first? Oh my goodness. Takes queen a7.
Oh.
But there's a pawn c2 check, which is kind of annoying.
Okay.
Maybe I just move king, I don't know, anywhere. Something.
King
d2 maybe. It's d2.
Threatening a cheeky checkmate.
I'm threatening mate.
Yeah, this looks good.
Very nice.
So after c3, Fabi didn't take. He played knight c6. Hikaru made the trade in the center.
Oh, he just took that, boy. Give me the pawn.
Just straight up the pawn.
Dang, he just give me the pawn, bro. Dang.
And what's that? That's 2 extra pawns, yeah?
Yeah, he is. It's becoming clinical. It's just game after game now. I mean, Fabi can't win a game. That's why I asked, because I was like, yo, I have not seen Fabi win a game in a while. It felt like at least like an hour he hasn't won a game, which is...
I don't think
really
he's won a game in the 3+1.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken. Maybe chat can confirm. They are better at this stuff
I know you got the updates, chat.
than I am.
How many dubs does Fabi have? I just want to know. I think he 1 or 2. I think 2.
Yeah, I think there were 2 in the 5+1 kind of early. Well, didn't Fabi win game 2 or game 1?
He won game 1 for sure.
Won game 1.
Won game 1. I remember that.
And then he won like I think game 5 or something, 5 or 6, and that was that. I think.
Yeah, he struck hard there. 1 game 1. 2 wins, says chat. Okay, thank you. 2 wins. That's tough, man.
So
a lot of draws.
What is going on here? King c2 was the only.
Is there
apparently.
Perpetual? Wait. Check. Oh, he just hung his rook. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Let's wait for the reaction there. I'm gonna see it later. I'm gonna see it in a minute. He just hung the whole thing.
Dear.
My goodness, chat.
It's almost too much. Like, I mean, of course we're rooting for Hikaru, but I have to say I feel for Fabi.
That's the whole thing, boy.
It's been a rough evening. E4, A6. Here we go again.
Okay, he's jumped around there. I'll see that. All right. So, okay, yeah, we have our same old setup. This one I like a lot for black.
The good news for Fabi is it's the last game of 3+1, you know? After that, I mean, you are staring down the barrel of now of bullet. You know, I was just reading, sorry, I cut across you, but I was just reading the regulations earlier during one of the breaks, and it said that players can resign from the match within the last 10 minutes of the 1+1. And I thought, surely nobody ever does that. And I don't think Fabi will do it tonight. Yeah. But I wouldn't, you know, I would understand if he did.
No, yeah, I would understand. I don't think I've ever seen it either. And if I'm Fabi, I am going to play it out. Because you feel good. Like I have 1 win and 3 draws against Hikaru. I have them framed in my house. You know what I mean? So like, when older, my sons are like 40 years old, I get to show them, I beat Hikaru and here go 3 draws, even though I could have won. So like, yeah, you want to show that. So you do want to have that type of plaque type of thing. So, you know what I mean? You never forget that. So yeah, you just play on and get the lessons, I guess.
Yeah. James, Fiona, did you hear that Fabi watched Hikaru play 35 seconds to 1 minute against Ray Robson over the board and blow him out of the water after the 960 event? He was like, Hikaru is a monster. I didn't hear that, but
no, I didn't hear that, yeah, but yeah, he's an absolute monster. The stuff that he sees, bro, it's just insane. It's very, very nice. to experience that. It's very impressive and it's motivating a lot of times when you see it. So that's pretty sweet. I didn't see that at all, but
Meanwhile,
that's fire.
I haven't watched the game so closely. We were discussing other stuff, but I look over, I see Engine says Hikaru has a nice advantage.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
What is going on? Fabi, I think in this, when Fabi was black against knight h3, he got a lot of nice positions, but with white against this a6,
yeah, he's not getting. Yeah, you're right.
He's not really getting much. Like, he hasn't shown anything so far, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's very provocative. The opening is a provocative one, and black is going to play a6, b5, and pinch out the bishop, and then castle quickly. So if you don't create problems, then black actually comes out fine. And psychology, the psychology there is like, yo, I played this weird opening, and like you didn't get anything, and I'm at least equal now, and that kind of hurts as white. Playing with the white pieces there, it really is annoying to face that. But Fabi's going for some chances here and seeing if we can, bully the d6 square. Knight takes e5. Knight takes c5. Oh, that's nasty little tactics in there.
If I'm white here, I would play queen h5 instantly.
That's a nice
million times. Like, just get the queen closer to the enemy king, but especially also step out of the d file. But knight c4, okay, also interesting.
Knight e4. We probably should just castle. Usually castling is fine here, but you do got to calculate some lines after queen h5. You might be able. Oh no! Wait a second. I'm getting mated. I need to play h6. Only move, big dog. And then, what do you do? Knight f6.
It looks so good for white. I'm shocked that there's nothing there. If I'm white here, I'm going absolutely crazy.
Might as well. Like, I'm losing every game, so I'm just about to sack everything. Let's see what happens. Knight e6. Bishop takes h6. Like, who cares at this point? Last game of the 3-minute. Bullet portion's coming. Let's just learn some things today.
Hikaru didn't castle. He went queen b8. So
queen h5, he's going for
this pawn, but queen h5, yeah.
He's going for 95, knight g6. He went for okay. Well, I don't know how you're getting rid of this. I think he has to take on e5. Yeah, that's the only way. Knight takes e5 or queen takes e5. Whoa, that's a sick move. I like it. He's being aggressive. We need to see more of that from Fabi, but yeah, that's a
flashy.
Clever move, flashy, right? h6 is knight takes e6, so he saw that. Goes bishop e7. Dang, it's just nothing in there. It's like rock solid. This man plays like a freaking computer, bro. Like, it's ridiculous how Hikaru plays.
If you're white, you will try to get f4, f5 in, maybe?
Easily. I have to do it now. Engine says I might just be GG, right? What else do we do? It's +3 now. F4 is like... Who cares?
It's really, I saw f4 before I even looked at the engine and why the pawn. So I'm like, it's not that hard. Why don't you just push the f pawn?
He in his own head.
Just attack. Okay, it's still winning. It's still winning.
Yeah, he in his own head, which is understandable.
But with, Hikaru, you just need to put him away. You give him the tiniest sliver of a chance. Oh,
there's got to be a sacrifice here, right? Come on, sack first, think later, like Grandfather Tao says. Takes, rook takes, king f8, queen f5, knight f6. You're still not over yet. Maybe double the rooks.
You know what, Kanti? There is only one winning move. It's plus 20.
20? You gotta be kidding me.
That's it.
That's it? Plus 20? Whoa, 20?
Rook e7.
Bro, that's all my pieces. Rook e7, and he just doubled the rooks. Bro, I say plus
and okay, 20. For Fabi, like, he needed this one. Queen d5, that just ends the game on the spot.
Ooh, that was nice.
Queen f7.
Okay, we need some aggressive chess there. Got him the dub. Got him the dub. Well, that might be it. That's the last game.
That is it. We are on a break. We're on a break. So that really is the end of the Blitz portion. When we return from this break, we will be looking at half an hour of Bullet. The score now 10-6. What do you think, Kanti? Fabi won the last game, but catching up in Bullet is gonna be...
The problem is, like, if he had more time, you can stop the bleeding more, but like, you're about to go into Bullet chess with the best Bullet player in the world, right? So, you have to be realistic. You got to be like, oh, man, this is tough. Go in
Yeah.
there and just have fun, learn some things, and you know, you get lucky, you run off some strings there, but you are playing, you know, arguably the best bullet player in the entire world. So it's like it's hard, it's difficult, very difficult. Uphill battle for Fabi.
For sure. Okay, we're gonna go on a short break. We'll be back in 7 minutes with the final portion of this match. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you very soon.